أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم وفوض أمري إلى الله والله بصير بالعباد الحمد والثناء لله رب العالمين ثم الصلاة والسلام والتحية الكرام على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين والشهداء والصالحين والصديقين وعلى خير خلقه البشير النذير السراج المنير أبي القاسم محمد
اللهم صل على محمد
وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين والأعداء ولا أعدائهم أجمعين. أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتبارك وتعالى في كتابه الكريم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الأبرار يشربون من كأس كان مزاجها كافورا عين يشرب بها عباد الله يفجرونها تفجيرا يوفون بالنذر ويخافون يوما كان شره مستطيرا ويطعمون الطعام على حبه مسكينا ويتيما واسيرا إنما نطعمكم لوجه الله لا نريد منكم جزاء ولا شكورا صدق الله وصدق رسوله وصدق النبي الكريم صلوات
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us and give strength and tawfiq to have all the ni'mat and rahmat, bounties and blessings of this month of Jamadi al-Awwal. I would like to extend my deepest condolence to you all and all the believers around the world for the Shahada and martyrdom of Noble Lady of Islam, the only daughter of Holy Prophet Fatima al-Zahra Sallallahu Alaiha. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us knowledge and ma'rifat so we can know her and perhaps we can have her as an intercession on the resurrection day, inshallah. I would like to shed some lights first about the ayat and verses of Surah Dahr al-Insan, which is chapter number 67. And then I'm going to talk about the life of Fatima al-Zahra so we can inshallah relate and connect to that. This surah, Surah al-Dahr or Surah al-Insan, is one of the most important of surah as the carrier of the message. The message of the surah is very important. All the chapters and all the verses and all the letters is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and there is no doubt about that. But some of the verses is very important. When we talk and discuss about a particular topic, and because we want to talk and discuss about Noble Lady of Islam, Hazrat Zahra Sallallahu, it's very important to know about this surah and background of this surah. When we say Hazrat Zahra Sallallahu, the daughter of Holy Prophet, as a fact in the history, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed Holy Prophet 3 sons from his first wife, Khadija, and all of them, they died in the early age. 2 of them before their birth and 1 after the birth. All of them, they died in their early age. And Holy Prophet, he had only 1 daughter who survived. And that also, as I mentioned last night, it's a blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a special gift of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the Prophet. Although historians, they mention that Holy Prophet, he had 4 or 3 more daughters, but all of them, they're not biological daughters of Holy Prophet. Holy Prophet adopted them after the marriage of Bibi Khadija, because Khadija, Ummul Mu'mineen, mother of the believers, the wife of Holy Prophet, before she married to Holy Prophet, she had a previous marriage, and the result of that is she had 3 or 4 daughters. And Holy Prophet, when he married her, he adopted all 3 or 4 daughters as his daughters. So, as a fact in the history, may some argue that Holy Prophet called them as a daughter and treated them as a daughter. Yes, that's the fact. But none of them, they are biological daughters of the Prophet. Only Fatima, she was the daughter of the Prophet. That's the historical fact. And also about the birth of the Prophet, which is 20th of Jamadul Awwal, and her milad was 8 years before the migration of Holy Prophet. It means Holy Prophet, after he announced his prophethood on the 27th of Rajab al-Murajjab, at the age of 40, he had no daughter. And 3 years later, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed him with Fatima. So, Bibi Fatima Zahra, the daughter of Holy Prophet, which we are commemorating. Why I'm giving this background is very important, especially for my younger brothers and sisters, those who want to know what is significant of the commemoration of one lady in Islam. Or we can talk and discuss about the importance of mother, daughter, women in general, because lots of misconceptions exist within and outside of the Islamic circle, and especially those who want to attack Islam. They find a very shallow ground that it's easy to attack about women because they have no rights, they have to cover, and so on and so forth. And these are the things, and also a few other things about the inheritance and about the woman's right and all of that. If you look at all those attacks, or whatever, they feel that it's a good ground to attack. There is nothing. All of that is misconceptions, lack of understanding, and lack of knowledge about that. So anyhow, the amount of respect Holy Prophet he gave to the woman after the birth of Fatima Zahra and before, no one can imagine. In the time of Holy Prophet, people, when they hear that he has a daughter, they cannot take this news easily. Quran described that ظَلَّتْ وُجُوهُهُمْ. They used to turn their faces around and their faces will become red. And they used to talk between each other. Should I kill her or take her with catastrophe and shame for me to have a daughter? So daughter at that time, a woman in general, were either second class or worthless. Holy Prophet, he started his mission and gave them a great dignity. Being Holy Prophet, he used to pay high tribute and respect for the woman, and particularly for his daughter. So once Holy Prophet started his mission, if you look at the history and how the history change? No one can imagine. So, in return, because Fatima, noble lady of Islam, daughter of the Prophet, she was a gift, a special gift of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to Holy Prophet. She was dedicated to the mission of Holy Prophet. When Holy Prophet says, Bada'atun minni, she is part of me. It's not as a biological relationship. It's more than that. She is a part of Islam. Without her contribution, Islam would not be completed. And she dedicated herself from the very beginning, or from her childhood. The historians will mention, it's amazing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran doesn't mention the name usually. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if praises some people, He praises with the characters. Or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala curses some of the people with the characters, like La'antul al-Kathibin, curse on the liars, oppressors, and those who cross the boundaries, and so on and so forth. And also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about righteous people, great believers, those who contribute, and so on and so forth. But at some points, or some places, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned names. Why the names? All the names which Quran, you can see in Quran, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned as historical names about Pharaoh, Moses, Musa, Jesus, Isa, Adam, Hawa, Eve, and so on and so forth. Those names which mention Quran as a historical facts, whether the prophets or those who had the zalim or oppression, those who represent oppression, their name has been mentioned in Quran. But only one name Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in Quran from among the people who used to be with Holy Prophet. So whole Quran, only one name of the people who lived in the time of Holy Prophet, and that's also specifically Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala targeted with His character. Anyone knows what is that surah? No, Maryam, she was not in the time of a prophet. Surah Al-Lahab, mashallah, tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab. Please cite a salawat for Muhsin. Mashallah. Muhsin, what grade you are? 7th grade, mashallah, great. So thank you. So, tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab. Surah Al-Lahab. So here, if you look at that surah, Abu Lahab, the uncle of the Prophet, who used to be with the Prophet, and by the way, Abu Lahab, he has poetries, and he praises the Prophet a lot. And his problem with the Prophet is, if he did not oppose the oppressors, and if he did not convey the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is a great man. You know, some people, they have this mentality that you're great, you're good, but don't bother me. Don't come to my boundary. You're Saddam. All these oppressors. If you talk to them, they're great, they praise you. But the moment you talk about oppression, it's not good. They take this as a serious threat. Why? Because their existence is based on the oppression. If one has an existence based on the oppression, obviously the outcome will be so bad. So Tabbat yada Abi Lahab wa Tab, the uncle of Holy Prophet, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala targeted not only the name, but his hand. The hand of Abu Lahab. Why is that? This is an amazing history of Islam. And that can give us a good foundation, clue, and idea what I'm talking about. What's the precisely of nobility of Islam? By the way, in Islam we have two schools. One is the school of Khilafats, and one is the school of Ahlul Bayt. When we say school of Khilafats, those who believe that after Holy Prophet, there is no divine personality. Up to us to choose who is going to be our leader. But those who are affiliated with the school of Ahlul Bayt, they believe that after Holy Prophet, we have a divine leadership. We call Imam. So in both schools, whether you take school of Khilafats and school of Ahlul Bayt, by the way, school of Khilafats, whether they are Ahl Sunnah or Deobandi or Baraylevi or those who follow Wahhabi or whatever, all of them, they consider as a school of Khilafat, and a school of Ahlul Bayt, whether they are Shia Ithna Ashari or 6th Imami Shia or Khoja or any other, like I'm talking about the Ismaili, those who are 6th Imami or 4th Imami or 9th Imami or 7th Imami, are different types of among the Muslims. All of them they consider as a school of Ahlul Bayt, although not all of them are complete, but I'm talking about the facts. School of Khilafah and school of Ahlul Bayt, both of them, they narrated this story. And just I would like to mention from Sayyuti. Sayyuti is one of the great Ahl Sunnah scholar, and the Ahl Sunnahs, they praise him. And Sayyuti has a special place. Like for example, when we talk about Allama Hilli, when we mention about the name of Allama Hilli, it's a dear for us. Why? Because his contribution and what he did. The same thing, if you want to compare Allama Hilli to Shia, the same thing Sayyuti to the Ahl Sunnah. Sayyuti, in his Tafsir Sayyuti, he has interpretations and Tafsir of Quran. In his book, he mentioned this story. This story goes to the childhood of Bibi Fatima al-Zahra sallallahu alayha. The system or the culture which exists at that time was that when people, they used to fight each other, there's time that they want to kill each other. And once a woman of the other person who's battling or who's fighting, if she comes, they don't want to fight with a woman. They think that now is a weak, we have to leave him, and they used to go. The time of Holy Prophet, that was norm. Holy Prophet was preaching people. And his message is, Qulu la ilaha illallah tuflihun. This message is a divine message, Allah's message. It's not threatening to anything, oppression, but is against the oppression. And people are those who follow the oppressor against him. What happened is, one time, or all the time, when Holy Prophet, he used to be attacked by the people, and they used to throw the pebbles and the rocks, whatever, he used to be fell down on the ground, full of blood. And Bibi Fatima, 3 years or 4 years old daughter, she used to come and she used to take him, lift him from the ground, and put his head on her lap. And she used to comfort Holy Prophet. And when Holy Prophet used to open his eyes, he used to say, "Oh Allah, you witness that. Hiya ibnati wa hiya ummu abiha." Although she's my daughter, but she's giving me comfort like a father, like my mother. And she is my mother. She's giving me comfort like my mother. And she's my mother. So to that point, one time, Holy Prophet was on the ground in the mountain of SABA, and blood was coming. Fatima Zahra, she approached and she lifted the head of Holy Prophet and she put the head of Holy Prophet on her lap and she was comforting her. All of a sudden, the uncle of Holy Prophet, Abu Jahl, the appraiser, he took the rock and he threw on the forehead of Fatima. At the time, blood was coming down from the face of Fatima, and once the drops of the blood was dropping on the face of Holy Prophet, when Holy Prophet opened his eyes, before he wanted to do dua, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed this ayah and this surah, Tabbat yada abi lahbi wa tab. Curse and woe to the hands of Abu Lahab. Why? Because he used his hand to attack such a noble daughter who is comforting her father. So, complete barbaric system. There was no mercy whatsoever. Those who were around Holy Prophet, and even the uncles of Holy Prophet, Abu Jahl, Abu Lahab, and so on and so forth. So Fatima Zahra, she did not stop. She was keep continuing, day after day. The surah which I recited, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, إن الأبرار يشربون من كأس كان مزاجها كافورا. The Surah Al-Dahr, Surah Al-Insan, 17 ayat verses, and the verses number 4 begins with, verse number 5 begins with إن الأبرار يشربون من كأس كان مزاجها كافورا. Indeed, surely, righteous people, abrar, righteous people. According to hadith and riwayat narrations, abrar, those who stand for the truth. Abrar, those who stand for the truth. Haq. إن الأبرار يشربون من كأس, they will given, or they will drink from the fountain and water of a special mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In a hadith and riwayat, the name of that water is the Hawz al-Kawthar. From the source of Kawthar, which I talked and discussed last night about Kawthar. And one of the meanings of the Kawthar is it's going to be a river in the heavens, and that's also the result of that. But the Kawthar itself is Bibi Fatima Zahra sallallahu alayha. So the Hawz al-Kawthar, when you say the river of the Kawthar in the heavens is dedicated for the righteous people, those who stand for the truth, they will be given a glass of water. Once they drink from that glass of water, they feel comfort. And once they have that water, there's not going to be any other desire. Why? Because that water can give them a complete pleasure, satisfaction, and tranquility. With that, they can feel that, wow, what a great taste. عَيْنٍ يَشْرَبُ بِهَا عِبَادُ اللَّهِ يُفَجِّرُونَهَا تَفْجِيرًا. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the qualities of that river, how that river look like. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells that this river which is given to nobody of Islam, Fatima Zahra, named after her, is because of her contribution, because what she did. Yufuna bin Nadhr. She had a nadhr. This also related to one event. If anyone can describe the event of nadhr, especially from the sisters, because the concept of nadhr, what we have now, goes back to that event. If anyone can describe what is the event of nadhr, yes.
I think when Imam Hassan and Hussein got really sick.
When was that?
The event, the time?
No, yes, the time when they become sick. At what month, what year? Because I want to relate that.
It's, I don't know.
Ramadan.
Not Ramadan.
It's definitely not Ramadan because they fasted.
MashaAllah. When they came back from Hajj, the last Hajj, which is Hajj al-Wida, Holy Prophet had a last Hajj. When Holy Prophet performed the Hajj, he went with his family. Among them be Fatima Zahra, Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein. And when they performed the Hajj, when they came back, both of them become sick. Yes.
So they said that they will fast and as a nazar they will fast.
Why who will fast?
Imam Ali and Bibi Fatima and
No, who did nothing?
Bibi Fatima.
MashaAllah. Only Bibi Fatima Zahra, she did nothing. Not Imam Ali, not Imam Hassan, not Imam Hussein. Bibi Fatima, when she saw that both of them they become sick, she did nothing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If they become cured, she will fast 3 days. MashaAllah. And then what happened is immediately they become cured. Alhamdulillah. And then Bibi Fatima, she started fasting. Imam Ali followed her. He did. And once Imam Ali he did, Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein, both of them they did. And with them, there was a woman who used to live in the house of Imam Ali called Fidda. She did also follow, although people they say that she was a servant, but according to the complete proof from what we have, she's not a typical servant, a slave in the house of Imam Ali Islam. Why? Because slave and servants, Imam Ali or imams, they cannot have that. So anyhow, that's the different topic. So she used to be with them, and then she also followed. And this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala refers to, Yufuna bin Nadhr. They want to complete their nadhr. And now, for example, if I did any nadhr, I should fast? Yes. There is a cap for the nadhr because it's very important. I can describe that. Can I do a nadhr for, I want to fast if I, for example, become successful in this or in X area. I want to fast for 50 years. Can I do that nadhr? Or can I do nadhr that, I want to fast for half a day between breakfast and lunch? I mean, I can do that. So, yes, typically. So can I do nadhr like that? Nadhr should be like there's a minimum requirement and there's a maximum requirement. The maximum requirement, if you want to have a nadhr, not more than 40 people's feeding. If you have another, I want to feed 50 million people, no, your nadhr is not good. Maximum you can say 5 people, 10 people. Oh, I want to work Moulana Nabi, it's not a problem. But not more than 40 people. That's maximum. If you want to do the nadhr for fasting, not more than 10 days. You can do nadhr for 10 days because my mother, she did nadhr that till I alive, I want to fast. said, mother, this nazar is nothing. Because, as a fiqh, these types of nazar is ma la yutaq. Ma la yutaq meaning that more than my capacity, I cannot have that. Okay. Or if you want to have another for giving charities in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not more than 1 year of my expenses. Okay. For the people, for the money, it's a little bit more flexible. It's good. If anyone wants to have, Brother Ali, 1 year of expenses, okay. I mean, 100, 200,000 is okay, not more than that. So please let us know when we can get you a check, inshallah. So that's the maximum, not more than that. 1 year of expenses or 10 days of the fast. If I want to have a prayer, not more than 1 day of prayers, which includes mustahab and wajib. Anyone can tell me how many rakats? How many rakats? 51. Can you say how 51? Loudly. Okay, the wajib prayer are, how many wajib prayer each day, how many rakats? 17. And then prayer of subh, 2 rakats mustahab, dhuhr 8 rakat, asr 8 rakat, maghrib 4 rakat, isha 1 rakat, and namaz al-shaf or night prayer we have 11 rakat, including shaf and witr. If you count all together, it's going to be 51 rakats. So you cannot fast, or you cannot have another for more than 51 rakats. You can say that, okay, 10 rakats, 20 rakats, 5 rakats, 2 rakats, more or less, no problem, but not 1,000 rakats. Oh, come on, really? You have to take it easy, mashallah. So here, Bi Fatima Zahra, she did nazar for 3 days. I want to fast if they can cure for 3 days. All of them, they followed. Yufuna bin nazar. And once they wanted to fulfill their nazar, their intention is وَيَخَافُونَ يَوْمًا كَانَ شَرُّهُ مُسْتَطِيرًا. Allahu Akbar. Their intention is not just to fulfill their duty and nazar. They have fear of the day on which their follower can be in difficulties. Allahu Akbar. Imam Zamakhshari and also the Imam Shakakin, the Fakhr Razi, he also mentioned that here, يَوْمًا كَانَ شَرُّهُ مُسْتَطِيرًا, the day which is going to be a difficult day for whom? He himself admit that there is a hadith from Holy Prophet that for the followers. So when they have another, they're looking for us. Their vision is not only for themselves. They want to protect us till the resurrection day. Those who are followers of baby Fatima Zahra. Allahu Akbar. Sometimes you cannot even imagine what's the power and strength and what's the reward you're going to get from attending these types of majalis. Allahu Akbar. The power and strength which you're going to get is unimaginable. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the minimum is, Bibi Fatima, she said, those who shed the tears for us Ahlul Bayt, I'm going to be with them in certain difficult times when we are dying. First night of Qabr, Barzakh, on the resurrection day, at the time of accountability and hisab, when we want to pass from sirats, and when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to give us a reward. And once in our reward, the shafa'ah and intercession and help of Fatima Zahra will be added. You know what's going to be reward? No one can imagine. Allahu Akbar. Sometimes just I think, okay, I can go to SABA and attend. But just coming to SABA and attending You know how much reward you're going to secure for yourself, especially a salute for the younger brothers and sisters, those who came here, mashallah, and they want to listen, they want to learn, they want to educate themselves about this. Allahu Akbar. يوفون بالنذر ويخافون يوما كان شره مستطيرا. And then when they started fasting, ويتقون الطعام, first night they fasted, and the time for breaking the fast. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Imam Ali is sitting, the Fatima, Hassan and Hussein al-Fidda, and they had 6 breads, 1 bread for each. And people, they came, Miskeen, the one who has no support and help, knock the door. I'm needy. I haven't eaten for so many days. My wife and children, they haven't ate anything for so many days. I need something. The first one who gave is Bibi Fatima, and then Imam Ali and Hassan and Hussein and Fidda. Everyone, they gave their share. And once they did that, they break the fast with water. They have nothing. And then they continue second day, and they want to break the fast. Second day, yatim, orphan, came and knocked the door. We haven't eaten for so many days. Orphan and orphanage. All of them they share and they give their portion. Third day, Asir. Asir, the one captured in battle. And what a great system at that time. Instead of putting them in prison, what Holy Prophet, he said, is he announced that they can be free here, and they can work, and they can earn, but if they want to be completely free, they should educate 5 people or something like that. It was a beautiful system. Being in prison, but is a free man. He can go and work. And for some reason, he was not able to find the job. And he comes to knock the door, have an eat. For 3 consecutive days, they share. They did everything. And when this news reached to Holy Prophet, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed this ayah. And Holy Prophet came with the glad tidings news. And once Holy Prophet came, and Holy Prophet wanted to convey the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what this says, إِنَّمَا نُطْعِمُكُمْ لِوَجْهِ اللَّهِ. What we did is for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not for the people. We don't want to have some credit. Because lots of people, when they want to donate something, they want to become a fame. They want to see their name is popping as a head news or something. People, they should talk, wow, wow, all that. But it's no, إِنَّمَا نُطْعِمُكُمْ لِوَجْهِ اللَّهِ لَا نُرِيدُ مِنْكُمْ جَزَاءً وَلَا شَكُورًا. We are not looking for any thank or any reward in this dunya. إِنَّا نَخَافُ مِنْ رَبِّنَا يَوْمًا عَبُوسًا قَمْطَرِيرًا. We fear from the day on which people will have a difficult time on the resurrection day. We want to secure all that so we can intercede to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the judgment day. فَوَقَاهُمُ اللَّهُ شَرَّ ذَلِكَ الْيَوْمِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here grant them this beautiful status of Shafi'. Shafi' meaning that they can intercede us on the resurrection day. فَوَقَاهُمُ اللَّهُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant them their du'as and protect them and kept them away from that difficulties on the resurrection day. وَجَزَاهُمْ بِمَا صَبَرُوا جَنَّةً وَحَرِيرًا. And this is, they can have that, and what's going to be for them? جَزَاهُمْ بِمَا صَبَرُوا جَنَّةً وَحَرِيرًا. They're going to have a high status and reward on the resurrection day. Brothers and sisters, just we are commemorating the event of Shahada and martyrdom of Fatima Zahra sallallahu alayha. We know what is the history of Fatima. She born on 20th of Jamad al-Thani, 8 years before the migration, and she died on 11th of after Hijrah, either on 13th of Jamad al-Awwal or 3rd of Jamad al-Thani. So altogether, her age in the time of Shahada and martyrdom was only 18 years and few days. That was her age, 18 years and few days. What she did, what was her contribution? Amazing, Allahu Akbar. From the day first, as I mentioned, she was a Holy Prophet. She learned from Holy Prophet. Holy Prophet, he used to send women upon women towards Fatima Zahra if they want to learn something. But sadly today, if I want to go and I want to see all the Ahl Sunnah book, especially 6 authentic book of Ahl Sunnah, Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, Ibn Taymiyyah, Sunan Majah, Sunan Dawud, Tirmidhi, all the books, Imam Nasai, all the books. If you want to go and you want to see, only 3 ahadith mentioned from Fatima Zahra sallallahu alayha. What gives you the message? The one who share everything to the people. Sometimes people, they misunderstand the message of Fatima Zahra. Yes, after the Shahadat, after the departure of Holy Prophet, she cried day and night, and that's what her job. No, that's not the case. If she cried, that was her last tool to convey the message. What she did is, she used to go and knock the doors of the people. She wants to convey the message, and no one wants to listen to her. To the point that the moment they hear, they used to block the doors, block the streets. She used to take Hasanain, her sons, and Fidda, and she used to knock the doors of the people, and she used to tell no one wants to listen. Allahu Akbar. According to the Tariq book, Tariq Ibn Athir, she was a great muhadditha, the one who narrates the ahadith Allah from Holy Prophet. Where are those ahadith? What happened to the ocean of the ma'rifat and knowledge? And why we are suffering today? Allahu Akbar. Why? If you want to compare, like Abu Hurairah, for instance, he became Muslim at the age of 16 or 15 with his father, 6 months before the death of Holy Prophet, and just he was with Holy Prophet 6 months. His age was 16. He lived with Holy Prophet for 6 months, not day and night. Perhaps. Why? Because he was not a family member. How hundreds, thousands of people around Holy Prophet, I don't know how much of the time he spent with Holy Prophet at the age of 16. And now, 78,000 ahadith and riwayats you can see in the Ahl Sunnah book. So what a message you to get from that. Allahu Akbar. So about Fatima Zahra, it's a lot to talk. She started her mission from the day first. She preached to the people. She was talking, she was muhadditha. And after migration of Holy Prophet and Imam Ali, she came to Medina and she was with Holy Prophet. And then later on, she married with Imam Ali Islam. And about the marriage also, it's a beautiful message how this happened. And after that, she contributed in all the battles with Holy Prophet. When Holy Prophet says, "Man azaha faqad azani," those who torture her as if they torture me, is not just symbolic message. No, it's not a symbolic message. It's a deep, constructive, and very important message of Holy Prophet to the people. What happened? Why people they did not listen to that? Allahu Akbar. There's a hadith and riwayats that when Holy Prophet he departure from this world, first the very first day, what happened is people they were planning to deviate the path of Holy Prophet so they can control and they can do something. And then what happened is they were planning, and here Bibi Fatima Zahra, she's crying, Imam Ali, to the point that Tariq Ibn Athir mentioned that no one was around the body of the Prophet, very few people. And once they buried the body of the Prophet, the first thing what they did is they announced that so and so person should be the Khalifa, the leader. And then they started attacking Imam Ali. Why they started attacking Imam Ali? Because they know that they tell Imam Ali Islam is there, they cannot achieve their goals. Blockage. They attack the economical resources. Bibi Fatima, she had a fadak. They snatched and they took the fadak. The boycott, social boycott. No one can say even salam to Imam Ali. Well, sometimes the history is bitter, but lots of lessons. We are talking about Imam Ali Islam and the mathrubiyat of Imam Ali Islam, how painful it is. For example, if you have an important person among us, or not important, even if you know someone, you want to just help that person. Imam Ali Islam is looking for just a normal labor job to do. Labor job. No one was offering Imam Ali. When they took everything, all the assets, social boycott, everything, what happened is Imam Ali Islam, he found a Jew who offered him that he can come and he can work in the orchard in Milan for glass. Imam Ali Islam, he worked there for 3 years as a laborer. That was the social boycott, economical boycott, all types of boycott. So they can choke and they can promote their ideas. Allahu Akbar. So at that time, who is defending Imam Ali? No one but Fatima. You can ask why great companions like Salman, Abadar, and so on and so forth. Yes, they stand. Salman because he's Iranian. We don't know his son. Abadar, he was this. All of them they kept aside. Yes, Bilal, he was a slave. Who's going to listen to the slave? And each and every person wants to stand to give this support to Imam Ali Islam, they put aside. And Bibi Fatima Zahra, she felt alone. And she knew that her duty at this time to stand, although she delivered the beautiful messages and ceremony in Masjid al-Kufa, Masjid Nabi, about Fadak, is not literally about the Fadak. She's talking about the operation Zulm. stand for the truth. Allahu Akbar. And then she started. No one but Fatima Zahra. To the point that after 7 days of the death of Holy Prophet, they came and attacked the house of Imam Ali Islam. And when they attacked the house of Imam Ali, the second Khalifa, he wrote a letter to Muawiyah, and Ibn Abi al-Hadid al-Mu'tazili al-Sunnah, he narrates that, he mentioned that letter, that yes, when I send for my commander or my slave or my soldiers to the house of Imam Ali al-Islam, Fatima, she was screaming. One time, Qunfud was scared. And he said, go away from me. I have to attack. And he burned the house of Imam Ali al-Islam. And once the house of Imam Ali al-Islam burned, Fatima Zahra, she was between wall and the door. That was the beginning of the musibats. When we say Subbat alayya masa'ibun law annaha Subbat al ayyam sidna layaliya, no one can imagine about that. Just I would like to mention the Masiyah. You know, Imam Ali al-Islam, he had only one comfort, which is Hazrat Zahra sallallahu alayha. When he used to enter, he used to feel complete peace. One time, Fatima, she said to her husband that, I saw a dream. In my dream, my father, he came and he was giving me this message. What's the message? The message is that pretty soon I'm going to leave. And once Imam Ali al-Islam, he heard the situation of Imam Ali al-Islam is so important. The ahadith and riwayas saqata ala wajhi. Imam Ali al-Islam, he fainted and he fell down just to hear this news. And then Fatima Zahra, she said that, Ya Ali, write a will on my behalf. Imam Ali al-Islam, we can write the will. And the will of Fatima Zahra is so full of listen. She started, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. هذا ما أوصت به فاطمة بنت محمد. This is what the will of Fatima, the daughter of Muhammad. أوصت وهي تشهد Allah ilaha illallah. She gave the will while she is in complete, in submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And she bear witness that my father or her father is Holy Prophet, وَأَنَّ بَعَلِي عَلِيٌّ, and my husband Ali is Amir al-Mu'mineen, successor of Holy Prophet. وَأَنَّ أَبْنَاي, and also my sons Hassan and Hussein, and from the Imam Hussein al-Islam's progeny, and the sons till the 12th Imam, all of them the Imam. And she mentioned name one after. And then she said, أَنَّ الْجَنَّةَ حَقٌّ وَالنَّارَ حَقٌّ وَأَنَّ السَّاعَةَ حَقٌّ آتِيَةٌ رَيْبَ فِيهِ. Indeed, the death is the truth. The hellfire and heaven is the truth. And the time or the day shall come, the resurrection day. La rayba fi, there's not going to be doubt about that. When Allah yab'athu man fil qubur, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us a life, we can stand for our accountability, and so on and so forth. And then she said, Ya Ali, ana Fatima, O Ali, I'm Fatima. I'm leaving. And then she said, Ya Ali, if I did anything, forgive me. The moment Imam Ali al-Islam heard, again, he screamed. Why? Because for Imam Ali al-Islam was so important. And this, the gift of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, compatible marriage, no one can imagine. And she said, زوجك الله لك لأكون لك في الدنيا والآخرة. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created me so I can be for you this in this world and hereafter. وَأَنْتَ أَوْلَى بِهِ لِغَيْرِكَ. You are for me the best and first. And then she said, يا علي وعلي حلتني وغسلني وكفني ودفني أما بالليل وعلي. When I die, give me the last shower, which is ghusl, night time. Give me kafan, night time. Bury me, night time. And wrap me hunuts, night time. Amma bil-layl, night time. Why she mentioned that night time? Rahum Allama Ibn Mitham al-Bahrani, he mentions in it's a very painful story that the reason she said that night time, one of the reasons is she wanted to have a social boycott. She wants to block that boycott. And she wants to give this message to the oppressor that she's not happy. Yes, one can imagine that prayer is night time, yes, okay. But why the ghusl is night time? Rahman Qari said, when Imam Ali was giving the ghusl, he find the afar or the place of torture by the oppressor. Once he reached to that point, the body of Fatima was broken. And Imam Ali was not able to take that. He screamed, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Oh Allah, this is a great test of Ali. And now Ali will understand that why Fatima, she said that at night time, give me ghusl, bath, so Ali can not see the pains and the tortures what she had gone through. وَلَا تَعْلَمْ أَحَدًا. And don't, give this message to others. Why? Because I don't want those who torture me to attend in my burial service. Ya Ali, O Ali, حفظك Allah, I leave to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I don't know such a night, what's the position of Imam Ali Islam, I don't know. But those who are the believers of Fatima Zahra, Hazrat Zahra, she has a beautiful message to all of us, to me, to you, to all of us. And she said, وَقْرَى عَلَىٰ أُلْدِي وَشِيعَتِي السَّلَامِ إِلَىٰ يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ. Convey my message and my salam to my children and those who follow me that I am Fatima. I left this world while I had a pains upon pain. صُبَّتْ عَلَيَّ مَصَائِبٌ لَوْ أَنَّهَا صُبَّتْ عَلَى الْأَيَّامِ سِرْنَا لَيَالِهَا. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us and give strength and tawfiq to have all ni'mat and rahmat, especially Shafa'at Fatima Zahra salamun alayha on the resurrection day, inshaAllah. اللهم إنا نسألك باسمك العظيم الأعظم الأعز الأجل لك يا الله يا الله يا الله يا الله يا الله يا الله. اللهم ارزقنا توفيق الطاعة وبعد المعصية وصدق النية وعرفان الحرمة وكرمنا بالهدى والاستقامة. اللهم انصر جيوش المسلمين وساكر الموحدين. اللهم غير سوء حالنا بحسن حالك. اللهم اجعل عواقب أمورنا خيرا. اللهم ارزقنا لما تحب وترضى. اللهم شافي مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين. اللهم ارزقنا شفاعة فاطمة الزهراء سلام عليها من الورود. اللهم ارزقنا شفاعة الحسين يوم الورود. اللهم ارزقنا حج بيتك الحرام في عامنا هذا وفي كل عام. اللهم عجل في فرج مولانا صاحب الزمان واجعلنا من أعوانه وانصاره إلى أرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات بالأخص مرحومين الحاضرين. الفاتحة مع الصلوات.